All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over the Morgan Silver dollar, guys. The Morgan Silver dollar. We're going to talk a little bit about why we think you should be stacking these, especially if you're a newer stacker. So if you're a newer stacker, we definitely want to share opinions with you and share with you a little bit of what we found out within our first year. And if you're an older stacker, you've been stacking for a while, we currently have been stacking for only like 8 months on silver and gold. So we're going to show you guys, share with you guys our opinions as kind of a newer stacker. So first of all, we got this topic of the Morgan Silver dollar off of the Kansas Kid. He made a couple vids. One being, is the Morgan Silver dollar just junk now? And another video actually going over the first one, because he got bombarded with comments, he said. So that's one of the reasons why we think the Morgan Silver dollar is a plus. But let's talk about the melt first. So I do want to talk about the melt. We've been hearing this a lot as a newer stacker. Stop the melt. Stop the melt. They do not want to be melting these US coins. They consider this to be a big part of the US history. And I can see valid points in that. Reason being is silver lasts a very, very long time, guys. If you guys see all the nations that pretty much aren't around anymore, most of the stuff that they figure or that are still around from that nation are either in coins, silver and gold, or pretty much carvings on the wall. Carvings on the wall, guys. Stuff that's been buried, and they have carvings that they found in caves. So we do think of that is kind of a positive, stopping the melt, as we do want our history, the US history, to be around for hundreds of years, guys. Hundreds of years after these. Well, you guys already know these Morgan dollars aren't being made anymore, so we see a valid point in that. Okay, now that gets to a perfect point of why we start stockpiling these, guys, in the first place, and why we think that you guys should definitely be stacking these. So if you guys are new to the channel, we are definitely not a collector, guys. We are a stockpiler. We are in this for the weight and the weight alone. So you might be asking yourselves, oh, why would you go with a Morgan Silver dollar if you're only trying to stack weight? Like, what's your reasoning behind that? And one of my reasonings just got confirmed with the Kansas Kids video. He got bombarded with everybody telling him to stop the melt, that no, they don't think these should be melted. Most of them that were saying that when we read the comments were probably collectors. Honestly, probably collectors or people that are deep into history. So that being a valid point, that's one of the reasons why we added the Morgan Silver dollar to our stockpile, guys. We are in it for the weight, but we do see the value in the collector's market. I'm not saying we are a collector, but we see the value in the collector's market for our future, guys. So we're going into this pretty strategic, I think. Adding these Morgan Silver dollars will be a good stack, a good part of your stack, because later down the line, there will always be somebody that wants to buy it, guys. That is the big reasoning behind us starting to stockpile these, adding these to our stockpile. There's going to be a bunch of people looking for these in the future. If you're a newer stockpiler or newer stacker, I always say newer stacker because from what I've seen joining the silver and gold market is everybody considers themselves like a stacker. They say it's a stacker. I'm used to stockpiler, but you know, I stockpile for the future. So I'm gonna hold these for a long time, and these will definitely, I don't think we'll definitely have a hard time getting rid of any of these guys for the future. So yeah, I think you definitely should be stockpiling these. If you're not, you should, guys. There's a couple of stuff going around in the market right now. It's kind of weird. and that is refiners not taking 90%. They're only taking big bars and all that. But if you really think about it, that's their job. Their job is to refine it. So it's pretty much a short-term thing, guys. I would not be worried about the refiners not wanting to buy your 90%, your Morgan dollars, your piece dollars, your half dollars, none of that. I wouldn't be worried about that right now. Unless you're probably selling it currently, then you're pretty much out of luck. The only way you're going to get close to melt is if you probably go to another stacker, sell it to another stacker. So, you know, you got to find your sites and do all that. A little bit harder work right now to sell these at spot, but for the future, guys, that's what we're stockpiling for, is for the future. We're not trying to flip these too quick. I do think these will be a good investment right here, a good part of your stockpile. So there you go. Add these to your stockpile, guys. Definitely add these, because there will be hundreds of hundreds of hundreds. There will be thousands of thousands of thousands of people that would want to buy this stuff from you guys. Like, look at us. We do not see this as anything collectible. Yeah, like we said, we like the history and all that. But for our stockpile purposes, I don't want to go deep into the SHTF and all that, because I might rattle a couple feathers out there. Might get a couple chickens running across the road if I start talking about that. But these will be perfect for your collection, guys. Definitely, definitely they'll be perfect. And we got all these guys pretty much close to spot or under spot. We are a newer stockpiler in the silver game, so we haven't got any of these at like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, 25. When we started and we first saw these, they're already at like 28, guys. They're already at 28. My last pickup of these were about, I think, around like $37. And that was probably at the time like $1 back a spot. So definitely getting up there in price. But to liquidate down the future, I think this is a must-have right here. Definitely a must-have. There's going to be collectors forever, I think. And this collector's market, guys, is huge. We've seen some of these coins going for extreme amounts of money. I'm not saying that I have any of those right now, but the more they melt, common sense probably tells me that the more people would want to buy a random coin like this. 1897. Is this worth extra money? Not to me, but to somebody else it might be. You know what I mean? So that's my take on a Morgan Silver dollar and why I add it to my stockpile, and why I think you should definitely add it to yours. So if you guys are still stacking silver, it is currently going back up again, guys. Back up again. We had a huge dip down to like probably like 46 bucks. Hopefully everybody took advantage of that, because it's back over 50. I think the last time I saw it was like 51. So it is another payday, but try to stretch those deals out, guys. When you guys go into your coin shops this weekend, payday, or wherever you guys are going, make sure you ask for those deals, guys. Ask for the deals. Get whatever you can at the cheapest price you can, guys. At the cheapest price you can. You are in charge of your stockpile, and I definitely want to see everybody's stockpile grow. And take a look at these, guys. You might find some of these at a deal, and they might be worth more in the future. Might be. I don't know if they will be, but they might be. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on that next video going live on Sunday. Later.